Hello and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, nice to have you. Today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me and review of the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation. So keep on watching. Before we go into the foundation review, I'm going to try to achieve a simple eye look with the Sephora e.l.f. eyeshadow palette. Now I got the shade Light Warm and this is what it looks like. To prime my eyelids today, I'll be using Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Portion. To conceal my lid, I'll be using Sephora Best Skin Ever Full Coverage Multi-Use Concealer. I'm going to place this cream shade all over my lid. I'm going to use this light brown shade as my transition shade. Using another crease brush, I'll pack some of this other brown shade onto the outer part of my lid. So what I'm doing is I'm blending the color over my crease, and then I'm also bringing the color down to the side of my outer lid. I'm going to try to create a simple cut crease with this shimmer color. To line my eyes, I'm using the NYX Epic Ink Liner in the shade Black. So today we're going to be doing a review of the Sephora Best Skin Liquid Foundation. Now I do not have the foundation, but I have samples which I'm going to use to find my shade. It is a medium coverage, fragrance-free, natural finish foundation with a long-wearing anti-pollution formula that hydrates skin for up to 12 hours. It comes in 50 shades and it is $20 on Sephora's website. The highlighted ingredients are hyaluronic acid, which hydrates, red algae extract, which also hydrates, and brown algae extract, which provides an anti-pollution protective shield. Delivers a second skin effect and provides lasting hydration while covering imperfections. Its formula is clinically shown to reduce signs of stress and fatigue, and usage over time is proven to make skin smoother, more even, and more radiant. So this is 53.5N, 55N, 56.5P, and 57Y. Now I'm leaning towards the first shade, which is 53.5N. This looks a little bit red or neutral, so I'm going to be applying the shade 53.5N all over my face. I've already moisturized my face, and for primer I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Now this primer is a gel based, ingredient driven face primer that smooths skin while gripping your makeup to help it last longer. It has the texture of the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, but it feels more gripping than the Milk primer. They have the same consistency. but this one feels more tacky and it seems to dry down faster than the other one. It doesn't have a smell or any noticeable smell. I'm going to add some more around my T-zone area where I have more oils peek through. Now we're advised to allow the primer dry down for 30 seconds before applying our foundation. Before applying foundation, I'm going to use my light tinted corrector stick to correct the areas of my face where I have discoloration. Now I have the shade Rise. I'm going to use a tiny dense brush to just blend it out. Now I'm going to go in with the foundation. So it's a liquid foundation, but it has more of a creamy texture to it because it's not runny, but it's creamy. Now when I say creamy, it's more of a very lightweight creamy texture, not a thick creamy texture. I'm sorry guys, I started blending before even turning on my camera. I'm so sorry. So this is what the foundation looks like. Oh wow. It has a very hydrating feel to it. Now I'm going to go in with some more. I can't believe I started. When you think something is not going to go wrong, it just goes wrong and you're like, what happened? Now the foundation has a consistency, but it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. I think the shade is just perfect for me. It's coming off orange a bit on the camera, but no, it doesn't look that way in person. The foundation does have it doesn't have a smell, or it does have a very faint smell, because when I put it up to my nose I didn't notice anything, but when I inhaled strongly I noticed I could catch a very faint smell of something. It feels very comfortable on the skin and it looks very skin-like too. As you can see, the radiance, the glow is just peeking through very nicely. I like the glow on the foundation. It feels hydrating, but it doesn't make me feel like even if I set it with powder it's going to lift off my face or anything. It just feels firm on the skin. Right now I'm going to go ahead and apply my concealer. I'll be using the Sephora Best Skin Ever Full Coverage Multi-Use Concealer. This is in the shade 35N. Now I already have a review of this concealer on my channel. I'll leave a link up here or in the description box below so you can check that out. To set the concealer, I'll be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose Setting Powder in the shade Deep Peach. To contour my face, I'm using my Fenty Beauty Match Sticks in the shade Espresso. For my all over face powder, I'll be using Sephora Micro Smooth Multitasking Baked Face Powder in the shade 65 Toffee. Has some fallout. I'm still on the fence about the powder. I don't know. I mean, it did set my face, but I was expecting to see a sort of smoothness. I'm not seeing that yet. To bronze my face, I'll be using Juvia's Place Bronzed Bronzy in the shade Dark. This is what it looks like, and I'll be using this shade here. For blush, I'll be using Sephora Clean Velvet Cream Blush Palette. So I'll be using this pink color today. I think it's really beautiful. Now I feel cream products are usually hard to manipulate for me, but this is not a problem. For highlighter, I'll be using Nude Sticks Nudes All Over Face Highlight. This is what it looks like. So at this time we're going back to the eyes. I'm going to use the brush I used earlier for my eyeshadow. I'm going to go over my lower lid with the brush. I'm trying to just get some color under there as well. Now I'm going to use my Milk Kush mascara and apply this to my lower eyelashes. I'm going to take this shade and apply it to the inner corner of my lid here. For lip today, I have the Sephora Colorful Gloss Balm. So Party Animal, Hot Pants, On the Prowl, Wild Child, and Balm Diggity. I'm going to be using this shade today. It has a very beautiful fruity smell. Slightly sticky. To finish off my look, I'll be using the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus Spray in the shade Lavender. Okay guys, this is a complete look with the Best Skin Ever Liquid Foundation and the rest of the complexion product I use. I really like the products I used. I mean, everything just came together to work very beautifully. I like the foundation. I think I found a spot on shade. I like the concealer. I like the blush. I also like the lip gloss I got. But one thing I've noticed is that this foundation claims to be a hydrating foundation. But with hydrating foundations, for me, they don't seem to just stay put on my face. You know, and I know that's right from the time I apply the foundation, not like maybe hours after. But this is not, you know, holding up like a hydrating foundation. It feels very settled on my face. It doesn't feel like it's going to go anywhere. It doesn't feel like when I touch my face, it's going to lift off my face or it's going to start breaking up or separating after a few hours. Well, I'm not going to speak too quickly. I'm going to do a wear test for a few hours. The time now is 1:36 p.m. so I'm going to do a wear test for say maybe 4 to 5 hours and then come right back and show you how it held up and give you my final thoughts. So don't go anywhere. Welcome back. So this is how I'm looking after about 6 hours of wear. And the time now is 7:14 p.m. I am having oil seep through where I typically would have oils penetrate my pores after wearing foundation for a period of time. So I have oils around my T-zone area. It's very minimal on my forehead, but on my nose it's very obvious. Now this is what I would expect from most foundations. I mean, your skin has to breathe, right? So all I need to do is just blot with a blotting paper or apply setting powder. This foundation is very skin-like, as you can see. In comparing it with other foundations that have a hydrating feel, I think this one stands out in my opinion because it wears and holds up more like a matte foundation. I didn't get any separation whatsoever. Now I don't know, I can't tell you if it's transfer proof because I didn't do a transfer test, but I like the way the foundation sits on the skin. I like that it looks very flawless on the skin, and it wore very well. Now remember, I used the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer to see if it will help minimize the oils. As you can see, my oils are still very prominent on my face. I think it did help in making my foundation look smoother, but it didn't hold back the oils, as you can see. So, but that doesn't mean I won't keep using that primer. I will still use it. So I really like the foundation because of the skincare benefit infused in it. Now I normally wouldn't lean towards purchasing a hydrating foundation. The reason for that is I have tried, I think, a few hydrating foundations and I never really liked how they sat on my skin and how they wore through the rest of the day. So I prefer a satiny or matte finish. I like matte foundations, but not the kind of gripping matte foundation that make me uncomfortable throughout the day. So it has to be just in between a matte and a hydrating foundation. So now I'm going to try to apply some powder to my face. I'm still going to use the Sephora Best Skin Powder. Now, I don't know, I do not really have an opinion on this powder. I really want to love it, but I don't know, I don't see what it's doing to my face. I don't see anything unique. I think it's just like every other powder. Maybe I have to use it again to really like it. Okay, so please don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. This is where I conclude my video for today. If you're new here and you've watched this video up to this point, I think you should consider subscribing. Okay, it helps my channel grow. Don't forget to like and leave a comment in the comment section as well. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much, guys. Until my next video, have a blessed night and stay safe.